It's introduction. It's preseason or the season. You know, it's the season opener. Who gonna kick the summer off? Because you don't want to go too early in the summer because then you can get crushed by somebody.
Right.
But then you don't want to go too late because then you had already heard some bangers in the summer. So, because I'm even right now, you can't tell, like, it's a personal preference if you say Sexy Red or Glorilla.
Yeah.
Now, and as much as I want to say it's 95 degrees, it's fried. Like as much as I want to say that, Sexy Red is fucking everywhere.
Everywhere. When I went back to the crib, that's what Eric asked me. Eric was like, "What was they playing on the radio?" And I was like, "There's playing a lot of Sexy Red."
Yeah. So as much as I want to deny, I mean, I am a fan of Glorilla, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's more catchier. I would prefer listening to Glorilla song over Sexy Red, but more people ask for Sexy Red, and it actually, you know what? I'm gonna change the whole question. What? It's not even summertime. Who owns the brunch? Because that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. Okay.
Who? And if you really think about that, I say Swag Surf. Shit, that makes me think of summertime.
Okay.
Yeah, I say Swag Surf because as a matter of fact, if you Swag Surf at brunch, I don't want to go there because I don't want that shit. I don't want swag French toast.
Okay, see, I knew it. I knew if I asked enough questions, I could get this nigga Marcus to give me the answer.
I had to take.
There we go.
But shit, nigga, we had to go to Florida to get to New York. Nigga, it took me a while. I wouldn't have even thought of that.
Hey, some niggas want to take the scenic route. You know what I'm saying? We here though.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome back to Bar Exam, guys. I'm your host, and I'm here with the Bar Exam crew. So we have Eric G in the building. How you doing, Eric? Oh, he's muted. Hold on, Eric. You muted. There you go.
My bad. Running a little late. Was picking my dog up. He just got neutered, so my bad. Got picked up from doing that a little bit ago. So yeah, my bad. Just I'm here though, and I'm good.
Yeah, you here. That's all that matters. And then we have Mr. Marcus TV here with us as well. What's up, Marcus?
Also on mute.
Oh shit, I'm on mute too. I didn't even know I was on mute. What up? You know, different digs, different scenery. We changed up the day. So I had tickets to the baseball game, but I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. So I was like, oh yeah, let me bring the hot spot, let me bring the headphones and do a show from abroad.
Right.
I don't know if well, you can't really say abroad, but it sounded good.
It do sound abroad.
Yeah, it do sound abroad.
That music sounds real abroad right now.
Right.
In the background.
For sure. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Marcus. Okay, guys. So today we are discussing what are the songs that remind us of summertime, or even the artists that remind us of summertime. Each one of us has picked our own favorites. So I guess I can start off with mine. So I think I have kind of like two of them, to be honest. So the first one I'm thinking has to be Summer by the Carters, because I love that like laid back melody that they have in the background. I love that both of them are on it as well. And then they even have like Damian Marley in the background. So it's given that like island vibe. Even in the lyrics, they're talking about like the water being so blue. They're talking about the hills. So it's given that like romantic late night summer type of vibe with your bae. And I think that is what you think of. You think of vacation when you think of summertime. So that's more of like, that kickback type of vibe that you're looking for. But the other one that I was thinking of, and we were discussing kind of a little bit about her earlier, I'm actually thinking of Glorilla for 2024. I think TGIF is going crazy. I think that like she has a lot of competition with Sexy Red, but I think that this one is still a banger because of that beat. It gives you that vibe of like, okay, let me get up, let me dance, let me twerk. And then it gives you that like that same type of vibe of what was it? Fuck nigga free. It's kind of giving you that same type of vibe that like, you know, I'm outside. Me and my girls are gonna do what we want. So she's saying like it's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga and no nigga ain't got me. Like that's the part that everyone knows, everyone is able to sing along with, and it just gets everybody
No,
hyped. So it's giving summertime to me.
you missing the most important part of that whole song.
What's that?
Hey, 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 like that without the ad, like that's a Jeezy ad lib for her right now.
Mm.
That's how like because you could just like first of all, I was caught. We gonna keep it funky. I was called Zesty because I had the song. I was like, yeah, I'm a fan of the song, and they was like, man, you can't be having it as your ringtone. Like you can't be fucking with. I'm like, I fuck with the song too. So like it's like 7 different songs that like filter from my ringtone. So that was one of them when you called. It was like, oh nah, but it's the A, it's the A that, and it makes you do the dance.
That's true. That
Like
is very important. It gives you a lot of energy, that's for sure. I didn't even think about it being comparable to Jeezy, but you're right. That's definitely a signature Jeezy type of ad lib right there. But yeah, so that's the one for me. I think that it's taken over for the summer. It's doing a lot of numbers. So, and you know, she's on the road, so she's able to actually perform it right there live. So I know it's getting even more traction with her fans. So that's my pick. Eric, what are you thinking for yours?
I mean, man, when it comes to song of the summer or just like that summertime vibe music, I know we've been talking about LA a lot, like the past couple of episodes, minus the last one because we were on New York. But even just throughout the whole stretch of the summer, because of everything that's been going on, we've been having a lot of conversations about LA. And for me personally, I think that it's so prevalent because the music has such a summertime feeling, and it's kind of like no matter who it is or what type of vibe that person is on, you can still get something from like a part of Southern California when they put out their music. For me, the perfect example of that to me is the My Type of Party mixtape by Dom Kennedy. I just think that that project to me gives off every type of like that like West Coast LA sound that you want to hear. It's all on this project, from like the old school type shit to going all the way to the modern type shit from when he dropped this, because this came back out in like 2012. So I just think that he understood that LA has been through certain generations and not all the music sounded the same. But I think that because of his very laid back and relaxed approach to making music, he was kind of able to flip it in his own way. Like on the song My Type of Party, like I love the hook because it's so simple. Yo, girl got a cute face, her friend got a nice body, they just want to have fun. This my type of party. 20 bitches in the lobby. It's plenty bitches in the lobby. They all drinking, they smoking. This my type of party. And then like through the rest of the verse, he like basically just gives you like a description of like him pulling up to this party, and you can like put yourself in that picture of like the type of house he's walking in, the type of people that he's about to be surrounded by, the views of like the house in the hills, like in the Hollywood Hills, if he's like gonna be somewhere up there. So I just love how like throughout on this song and throughout the whole album, he just like gives you different pictures of what LA sounds like. And to me, that is like the perfect summertime music. Um, I think another perfect summertime album is Cushion Orange Juice. And I think it kind of goes along with kind of the same themes because it has a lot of like that like West Coast sound, but also like over the summertime, like people just want to chill and just smoke some weed. So like it's also just perfect if you want to vibe out and do that too. So those are the two like main picks for me that I go to, that I listen to all the time in the summer. And then, I mean, right now to me, I think an easy contender for song of the summer is Not Like Us by Kendrick. And I know we've talked about it a lot before, but just to keep it real simple, we wanted to know if that song was going to stand the test of time after, like, post this beef and after everything that's happened. And we're looking up at it being nominated for Song of the Summer by the VMAs. So it's like, who knows how much further that's actually going to go, going into the rest of the year and going into next year. But to me, that's easy song of the summer contender.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you're seeing like memes now, like little kids know the words by heart nowadays. Like it's definitely taken over. So I wouldn't be surprised if it wins even more awards. And the video went crazy, so we already know how that went. But you definitely had
Right.
some good choices. I love that Dom Kennedy pick because yeah, Dom's gonna give you that laid back vibe for sure. And I think you're right about like how LA music really does give you that summertime music because drill and stuff can be a little bit, it's fun, but it can be a little bit harsh. And a lot of people do want to just kick back, chill out. And Dom is definitely going to give you that laid back style. So, yeah, I like that pick. All right, Mr. Marcus, what is your pick?
I'm gonna tell you the way to the summer is through the brunch. So if you control the brunch, you control the whole summer. And I'm gonna go with Swag Surf because that makes everybody feel like summertime. That makes everyone feel like, hey, like it's like we just talked about with the ad lib. Like that's the our yeah, we're the millennials. That's the millennial version of the electric slide. Can you swag surf? Like if you, and it doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. It can be corporate. You can do it in a suit. You can do it in a t-shirt and shorts. You can be anywhere. You can be at the pool party. You can do it like swag surf. That's how you kick off the barbecue. That's how you control the brunch. That's what you're doing at weddings. That's what you're doing. And to piggyback off of what you said earlier about Kendrick and Not Like Us, the song is bigger than viral now. Like like when I said a couple weeks ago that Kendrick has never had a mainstream success, I wasn't talking about like sales wise. I was talking about cross platforms where like he's the content creator space song. Like people are just using his song to make content, and that's his first version of that. People were doing it before, but it came from a place of a fan, not as it's the hottest thing out right now. And that's why I think Kendrick is having and you could argue this. Not Like Us possibly could be bigger than Glorilla and Sexy Red together. Like you could make that argument because it's everywhere, just like the other two are. Maybe a little bit more so just because of who it was. So you can easily make that argument that Kendrick owns the summer. And in the first time, is it his first?
You mean like, what do you mean by that? Like, are you asking, is this his first time like owning the summer?
Yeah.
I would have to look to see when his other albums came out. But I mean, now that I really sit here and think about it,
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes because this is the thing. Kendrick, we never said Kendrick didn't have fans, right? Kendrick never had these fans. That's my only point about it. Like if my mom's having a fucking 50-year class reunion and they want to be hip, what they gonna come out to? Fucking Not Like Us. It was 68, Not Like Us. Not because they fucking fans of Kendrick Lamar, because they've heard it and they've seen it or somebody else told them this is what you need to do. This is young. They were advised to do so. So It is. Hey, it's super loud. So I'm gonna stop. So y'all can go ahead. I'm gonna put because I don't want to mess up the.
I got you. I got one too anyway. So I got one too.
All right.
So well, I got a couple actually. But the one that really does is Wrong Idea by Badass and Snoop Dogg. That just it's the beat and the video. They outside, you know, they riding lowriders through LA. You know what I'm saying? They on the beach. It's just, you know, it's one of those. So it's like it just puts you in the mood of summertime, especially if you're not from, you know, a place like LA or here in Arizona where it's like pretty much nice weather or hot weather year round. You know, if you're from a place like Michigan or Ohio or you know what I'm saying, places like that where it snows and you miss that warm weather, a song like this kind of makes me like if I hear it in the wintertime, it makes me wish it was hot outside, like right then, so I can go outside and go do a barbecue and call up the homies. You know what I mean? It's one of those songs for me. And the Snoop verse, like it almost sounds like he freestyled it, like on some real shit, but it's still a dope verse. Like, let me see, how does it go? I keep my khakis crease, hat tilted to the east. On a bitch, I remain a beast, none the least. Police try to cuff me and stuff me in the back of their patrol car, cause I'm a former parole star with the cool name. This nigga here's a fool, man. Gonna do your thing, gang bang, or in the hood or in Hollywood. Record company executives think it's all to the good, and I don't remember the rest, but it's like I don't know, it's just a feel good joint, you know what I'm saying? And Badass, he snaps on it, like he kicks that like lyrical, like I'm trying to show you how ill I can rap type of verse on there, and then you got Cocaine on the hook. So that song right there, just I don't know, it just makes me instantly think summertime, sunshine, the beach, you know what I'm saying? Nice cars, like that whole vibe. And then it also kind of like because in Detroit, our version of that pretty much is it's called the Dream Cruise. That's where everybody pulls out their nice cars. You know, there's vendors outside and it's classic cars and everybody just cruises up and down Woodward Avenue. You know what I'm saying? And they call it the Dream Cruise. It's like every year in August, I want to say. And it's like people pull out their 50s, you know, old school, you know, Cadillacs and all that kind of stuff. And then that's when you'll see people who have lowriders and stuff like that in Michigan. That's when they bring it out because, you know, we got potholes and stuff. So it's not like you can really bring it out just all the time like that. But so it just puts me in that mindset because it just reminds me of, you know, similar things, you know, that I grew up with. And then, you know, like I said, just the video, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, and then another one that I got is some of Marcus's favorite people, Jeezy and Yo Gotti featuring YG with I forgot the name of the song. Eric, what's the name of that song? The West Coast joint that they did. It's old now, but
My nigga?
nah, Jeezy, Yo Gotti, and YG.
Oh, Jeezy, Yo Gotti, and YG. Oh man, I can't remember. I know exactly what song you're talking about too. Here, hold on.
Act Right. That's what it's called.
Oh, Act Right. Act Right. That's right.
Yeah, that's a summertime joint right there. Like, same thing.
Yeah.
It just puts me in that same mindset. Like, I think that's the thing about West Coast rap in general, though.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact.
Like, New York rap is real cold and dark, like you were saying, Ellie. It's like, that's hoodie, leather bomber, Timberland music. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the West Coast is like, you know, sandals, tank tops, you know what I'm saying?
Kicking back with the Corona,
Right.
sunsets,
all of that.
Give you that nice chill vibe. Yeah, so those are some good picks. I forgot all about that. Jeezy even jumped on that with them. I'm surprised that they decided to work together. Like, Jeezy is not a part of the West Coast, so I wonder what inspired that.
Jeezy had like a West Coast run for like a couple of years.
Really?
Like, I don't remember exactly. It was like somewhere between like 2014 and 2016. He just went on a run where he was just working with Mustard like a lot and like YG a lot and stuff like that. So it's kind of like one of those things like when he started messing with like Detroit like super heavy and would like collab with a lot of Detroit artists. I just think that people didn't know that he was that tapped in with LA too.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he was more like West Coast type of dude. But yeah, I think that's dope, especially because Mustard is definitely having a run right now as well. Like him with Kendrick Lamar making that beat for him, but then also he dropped his new album. So yeah, West Coast is definitely doing its thing at the moment.
I want to argue with Marcus real quick because I think he's going to have the opposite opinion. I think Jeezy raps better on DJ Mustard West Coast beats than he does on South beats.
Ooh.
And I mean,
Yo,
no. I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling either. But I want your response.
so
I think he raps better. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I think Jeezy raps better over DJ Mustard beats than he does over South beats.
so I'm not, cause see, I feel like I'm being baited into this because I want to say hell no, like what the fuck. I want to say all that, but then this is quite easily one of those things where it won't age well, and then I start going down the rabbit hole, and I be like, oh yeah, that nigga Shane made some points. So I'm not gonna say that there's not any truth to it. I'm gonna say that it needs to be investigated. It needs to be a case study. We need some more information because the class
or what do you think?
I mean, because Shorty Shorty Red on the track. That's classic fucking Jeezy right there.
It is.
Yeah, it really is.
It is.
Because I would argue versus Shorty Red and Lex Luthor. Like which brings out the better version of G. Like Mustard wasn't even on the list. Not that Mustard wasn't good. That's not why he wasn't. That's not like I just don't think of like I never thought about putting Jeezy up there like that. I got about 5 more minutes, but hey, I'm gonna say that you might have some validity to that, but we gonna say that for a part 2 because now I gotta go through and find all the Jeezy DJ Mustard tracks.
Okay.
And then low key do a verses. So if you get like that is
you would have to. You would have to at that point.
Because I feel like right now I feel like it's 5-3, and I don't know who it's 5-3 for. If it's Mustard or if it's fucking Shorty. Like I don't know, but I feel like 1 for 1, 2 for 2. Like I feel like it's yeah. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But
Why did you say that, Shane?
I don't want to hold y'all though too. So because I don't want people to come look for me because I've been gone for like 45 minutes and shit.
All good,
so, hey, I appreciate y'all.
All right, Marcus. Thank you for being here.
Enjoy the game.
But Shane, why do you say that? Like, what makes you think that?
So I use my words carefully, mind you. I said that he raps better over Mustard beats. I didn't say he makes better songs. I didn't say that that's what I think his lyrical ability and his flow ability improves when he's rapping on faster beats. That's all it is. I just think, and Mustard makes those type of beats. Mustard doesn't really make the slow, like I think a lot of Jeezy's classics come from his slow flow, but I don't think he's like rapping really well. It's more like the stuff he's saying is impactful and it's real. And at the time he first came out, it could be relatable. It wouldn't necessarily be relatable now because there's not really like a lot of big drug dealers running around. But like in the early 2000s, that was the hustle still. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't really scamming yet. Like scamming kind of came later. You know what I'm saying? So it was still people moving weight and shit like that who could kind of relate to Jeezy on some level. So it's like that's where his appeal came from. But I feel like his actual like look at what he's saying on paper or just listen to the flow patterns or just like that. When you're looking at it from that angle, I think his shit is way better on Mustard's. That's why.
I gotta go back and listen for myself, but I don't.
It's definitely a good argument. I could see why you would say that.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm talking just technical rap ability. I think.
Not the actual songs.
Yeah, I'm not saying the songs are better, like because most of those songs are not Jeezy songs. Jeezy will have like a verse on the song, you know what I'm saying, and it'll be like YG, Jeezy, and 2 Chainz, or it'll be like it's always like collab tracks,
right?
So you can't even really compare them in that sense necessarily because all of Jeezy's classics solo stuff is the South shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not making that argument, but I was trying to bait him. He knew exactly what I was doing, so he figured me out real quick.
Figured you out.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did. All right. I think we covered all of our summertime.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah. Who did you do for Song of the Summer this year, Allie?
For me, for the summer, I think it's TGIF by Glorilla.
Okay.
For the summer, I think it's giving you, twerk vibes, and it's definitely because like last time she had "Fuck Nigga Free," and I feel like she's following it up with
how's
this
the hook go on her new joint on TGIF? Because I think I might agree with you.
I think it's like that. It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's like the part where she's like at 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got me. I'm about to show my ass. These niggas love a freak. How the fuck is that your man if you right here with me? So
yeah, definitely. Because I remember, we that was that in our group chat where we was looking at that tweet where it was like somebody asked Glorilla, like, man, ever since she made that song, it's been hot than a bitch outside. Like, and then Glorilla retweeted it and was like, I know, I'm on the phone with Gotti right now trying to fix this. Like,
for real. It has been crazy hot. I definitely was looking forward to the summer, but I didn't know it was gonna be like 97 every day. Like,
I saw a dude outside yesterday. And I posted about it on Threads, which follow us on Threads, you know what I mean? Ethos Media Network. And follow me, Shane_Ethos. Follow Allie at al.rain, REHN. And follow Eric at the Eric G Life. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Twitter, we on Threads. It's fun on Threads, you know what I'm saying? Over there, I posted about it, and I posted a screen capture of the weather. And then I was like, this dude is outside when it was 108, mind you. You know what I'm saying? 108 degrees. And this dude was wearing long sleeves, black, everything, long black pants, and had like long hair. You know what I mean? Like long, like curly, thick hair. And I'm like, what? Like,
how are you doing that?
How are you doing that? All black, long sleeves, long pants, with thick curly hair, and it's 108 outside.
Lost your mind.
Nah, like you see both of you, curly hair, thick hair, but it's pulled back. It's out your face. It's like off your head. It's not gonna be trapping heat in. Like his shit was like just
everywhere.
I'm like, man, like he got that old man. You know how old people they can wear that shit outside and it don't be affecting them, even if it be hot as fuck. Like he got that shit going on. I'm like. Shit, great.
Or like when kids still wear like the hoodies and stuff to school, and I'm like,
I've been trying to figure that out for years now. At this point,
like you're trying to pass out, you're trying to get heat stroke or something just to look. I don't know. I guess because they're trying to hide or something. I don't know.
Yeah, what y'all scared of? Y'all scared of outside?
I don't know, but it is like too hot to be doing that, especially when they're walking home after school. But they be bugging.
I'm gonna have to ask we're gonna have to ask Aubrey about that, Eric. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Why y'all be doing that?
What is that about? I was just recently in Texas, and it was 100 and something like every day, and they were talking about like people don't even go outside. Like they'll go outside at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., ride bikes or something, and then go right back in the house by like 9 or 10. So they can miss the sun.
It's humid out there too.
Yeah.
So that just makes it even worse. I got
a question for you about Texas. Is their music scene similar to LA and Detroit in a way? And here's what I mean by that. Like when you travel to Detroit, you're going to hear a lot of Detroit rappers. You know what I'm saying? Coming from people's cars. And if you go to people's houses and they're just playing music and stuff, they're listening to Detroit niggas. You know what I'm saying? LA is similar to that. Like, LA, like there's a lot of West Coast love when you go to LA. You might hear a lot of artists that you're not going to hear outside of LA. You know what I mean? Is Texas like that? Because I always get the impression that it is, but like, is there like a lot of Texas shit going on that we don't know about outside of, or are they basically on the same thing everybody else is on?
I think it depends on like what city you're in. So I know like when I went to Houston, it was given a lot more mainstream at all of like the parties and the kickbacks and stuff. It just seemed like anything that was, you know, big across the country they were listening to. But then I've talked to other people who've gone to like Nashville, and they say that like it's a way more local scene. Like you can go into a bar and there's a bunch of different bands in there. So like, and they're into more of like, you know, listening to live music than just having a DJ or something like that. So I think it really depends on like what city you're in.
Okay. Because I've never been to Texas, so that's why I was wondering. Eric,
really?
When you was in the service, did you ever live in Texas?
In San Antonio, yeah.
What was it like? Like,
pretty mainstream.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because that's how Phoenix is. Like, Phoenix is very mainstream. If you put on the radio, it's just going to be whatever top 40.
Yeah. You know
what I'm saying?
Like, I know, like, Houston definitely, like, oh, well, we all know, like, Houston definitely has their scene of, like, their, like, crop of artists and shit like that, but I don't know, I can't speak on if they play them like how they just play Detroit artists like everywhere and shit, or even like Dallas artists for that matter, because there's artists from Dallas now too. So
well, no, this is what I mean. Like I mean like, so like we're from, so like, okay, like people outside of Detroit know who 42 Doug is, they know who Sada Baby is, they know who Skilly Baby is, they know who T Grizzly is, you know what I'm saying? That is Babyface Ray. He's another one.
Yeah.
And I swear Vezzo and Peasy are starting to get that same look. Like they're pretty much there, I would say.
Yeah.
Those are kind of the ones. But like then when you go to Detroit, there's gonna be people who listen to Drago and Bino. There's gonna be people who listen to, you know, Band Gang. There's gonna be people who, you know what I'm saying? Like there's all those other people that Cash Kid, like people don't know those names for real outside of. Now, we listen to Houston rap, so we know about Maxo Cream and Sauce Walker and all these dudes, but like, is that just us? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Or is it, or like, do Houston niggas know about them too?
Huh?
Or do Houston niggas know about them too?
Not just Houston niggas, but like, I don't know. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to ask. Like I wonder if you go to Houston and if there's like a lot of just Houston niggas that are like popping in Houston though, like they get millions of views and they get like that type shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like Drago and Bino in Detroit,
right?
Like, I think that's a perfect example. Like, who's their equivalent in Houston? I wonder, or is there one? I guess is, you know what I'm saying. That's my question.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No.
Who's the Fig Newton in Houston? You know what I'm saying? He's getting a couple 100,000 views every time he drops a video, so he has a big audience, but it's like all California niggas,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, who's that in Texas? That's what I want to know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody tell us. You know what I'm saying? Somebody from
Texas.
Yeah, somebody let us know.
Because we would love to know as well. All right, guys.
It's a summertime vibe too. Texas music.
Mm-hmm.
Texas
for sure.
Gives that summertime barbecue feel. You know what I mean? So let us know. Let us know something. Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, where else? Fort Worth. Let us know something.
Hell yeah.
El Paso, you know what I'm saying? Shout out.
Mm-hmm. Are there any like Arizona artists that you guys are following right now?
You know what's really funny is so very recently I downloaded NBA Live 2019 for the PlayStation, right? Because they don't limit, you know, like you can still play online. You don't have to buy the new game every year. Like you can play that one and still play against people online, right? And they have a dope ass soundtrack. And yesterday I found out that this group that me and Eric used to go to the studio with named Injury Reserve is on the NBA Live soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
We used to
Yeah,
go to
they
the
are.
studio with them out here. We met them out here. You know what I'm saying? Out here in Arizona. So I would say them. You know what I mean? They're doing their thing. I think they're based out of maybe California now, but they got started out here for sure. Like one of their parents had a dentist office, and they had like just an extra office in the back of the dentist office, and they turned it into a recording studio, and that's where they first got popping.
Yeah, that's where I first
Be
met
back
them and
there every
everything.
night.
They had
Yep.
an album called Live at the Dentist Office
There you go. Yep.
because they recorded out of their dentist office.
Yep. And we used to
That is
back parking lot
crazy.
chilling and shit like that, you know, listening to their music and kicking it with them. And yeah,
Yep.
it was tight. But yeah, so probably them. And then when I first moved out here, I linked up with Willie North Pole. That was a dude. He was signed to Ludacris back in the day. But there's not really a lot of artists, unfortunately, that are making a lot of noise. Like I just started the group that Eric was affiliated with or is affiliated with, AZ Way Too Active. They've actually put me onto a lot of Arizona artists, just watching their YouTube channel. Like, cause I'll watch those interviews and they'll be like, oh, he's a rapper. Let me check his shit out. And then I'll end up listening to the music. So I have discovered a few people like that. Rum Nitty, but I discovered him through battle rap, but he makes good music too. So there's a few dudes, you know what I'm saying? There's a few people out here doing some shit. So
Yeah, for sure.
people moving out here too, so it might end up being one of them cities that people like actually look to for music at some point. Like, so it'll be interesting to see it.
Yeah, it will for sure. Eric, do you have any picks or?
From Arizona, not besides who we mentioned, no. And shout out to AZ Way Too Active too. Those are my guys.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that's everything.
All right. Well, y'all pray for Butters. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with him, but he got neutered today, so you know
Yeah.
his
Poor
balls
baby.
not going to be useful anymore. You know what I mean? He's going to be a calm dog. Hopefully, you know that's where the prayer needs to come in, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I bet he was
You know,
man.
it's
I bet he
plugging
was
right
a
here at the door.
psycho before.
He just has a lot of energy. You know,
Yes.
he's a good boy, but he's a hugger. You know what I mean? He's like, I want to be on you all the time. He thinks he's a lap dog, and it's like
too heavy, bro.
Yeah.
Way too
So
big.
Juno's bugging. She wants to play with him so bad, and I'm gonna have to restrain her. You got the
Aw.
comb when you had the comb?
Yeah, they can't play for 2 weeks.
Yeah, y'all can't. Yeah, you're gonna have to be cool.
Yeah.
Dang, that's gonna be hard as hell to keep them separated.
Yeah, for 2
Right.
weeks. That's gonna be rough.
Oh my gosh. Well, good luck, fellas.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for checking out Bar Exam. We are here every single Monday with a new episode, and we have even more candid conversations on the Ethos Media Network Patreon page. So check us out over there as well. But we will see you on the next Bar Exam. Bye, guys.